Hello, footies, and welcome to our short form content update show, which I like to nominate a name for while I am here alone. Welcome to FUT in Review Shorts. 3 times a week, we'll talk you through the latest released content, share our thoughts and opinions about it so you don't have to miss a thing. And of course, the other 2 work week days, we'll be recording the big shows. So there's daily content updates from Tuesday morning to Saturday morning, all released at 8 a.m. UK. And of course, if you are a Patreon, go to patreon.com/FUTInReview to get all this content much earlier. My name is John. Today is Wednesday, September 25, and I'll be looking at Team of the Week 2, Player of the Month Thuram, highlight an SBC from yesterday, namely What, and check out an awesome evolution, namely the Sprint Supreme. Let's start with one that came out yesterday. Let's start with What, shall we? And of course, this is pretty new for me as well. So if you're looking at the video show, actually I should say it like this, if you're looking at the video show, you can actually see the players on screen as well. So if everything works, we all should be able to see that now. Now let's talk about What, shall we? So Ali What is a striker, 85 rated, and the SBC comes in at around 8,000, 9,000 coins approximately. I think 8,650 it currently sets, but it's one challenge SBC. It's really easy to do. She's a 3-star player. Controlled, she is from Orlando Pride and of course from the USA. Not easy to start off with right now, but she has some cool features, which actually I think she might be an underrated player. For 9,000 coins, let's put it a little bit higher. For 9,000 coins, I don't think you can go wrong with Ali Watt, because she is really fast. 89 acceleration and 90 sprint speed, but that's not all. What I like really a lot on this card is the fact she has 88 finishing, 90 attacking position with 83 shot power. Of course, the 83 shot power isn't that good, but 9 of 88 finishing at the start of the game, that is really good. If you look at the dribbling stats, then she has 92 reaction, 90 ball control as well. And I think with 82 composure, even if she can't start in your main team, this is a terrific sub to bring in. And for 8 or 9,000 coins, like I said before, you really can't go wrong. She can play striker and right midfielder, I think, right winger as well, but she only has rules for advanced forward and poacher for striker, advanced forward plus and poacher plus, and on the right midfield she has winger plus. All by all, if I look at this card, right, and you throw something up that even excels her finishing, maybe even, I wanted to say maybe put a sniper on it, but a sniper of course doesn't do it. So let's say you put a Hark or a marksman on. Let's say you put a marksman on, she goes to 98 ball control, 96 reactions, 91 dribbling with 96 shot power. And I think concerning her speed, she doesn't need to be much faster. I think this is a card I personally am doing just to keep her on the bench. And of course, later on, you might be able to evolution her, but it's not something I'm very mindful of. But you can, with this card, probably later on use her for objectives, because you'll probably need female players, and especially from the USA later on. So Ali, what I should say, for me, terrific card, and I would recommend just doing her for that kind of money. It's as expensive as one of those new 77 or what was it yesterday, the 83 upgrades. I would go for Ali Watts in this situation. Next one, pretty awesome looking card. Of course, I'm talking about Marcus Thuram, an 85 rated striker. His regular card is an 83 rated striker. He plays in the Serie A from Lombardia. Lombardia FC, still have to joke about, but let's not go there. 86 acceleration, 91 sprint speed, so fast. But of course, this dude has a 4-star weak foot, is 6'4" or 192 centimeter. And if you look at the rolls, he got the advanced forward plus roll. He comes in at 25 25,000 coins to do the SBC. It's just one SBC, no further speculations or specs needed. No need to play an extra match, etc. It is a big striker. It's a striker that's relatively fast, or actually really fast for a big guy like him. He's not necessarily the best finisher with 86 finishing. Of course, 80 composure is a little bit on the low side. Same goes from the balance. And this is, I think, if you look at his 96 jumping, so that's pretty cool, and 90 strength. This is one of those big strikers you put on top and you feed him. The disadvantage currently is that I have not seen many Serie A teams, so he might be a little bit hard to link, although French, of course, is pretty much doable. The 3-star skills isn't a bad thing. 4-star four-star weak foot is fine. It is a player that should fit your play style. It's not a player that would work for everyone, because I think composure is pretty important in this game or in any games, and that would be the one thing that could be done. But if I'm honest, if we have a Alan Haaland for 600,000 coins plus, or you have a Thuram player of the month for 25,000 coins, it won't break the bank if you try him. And I think it is a pretty cool player also for objectives later on. But if you have a Thuram as a starting striker, you start the game next Friday, you play him on forward, there's nothing wrong with him. Personally, I am not going to do it because don't see myself using him. And quite honestly, I already packed Haaland, or not Haaland. I wish I packed Haaland, but I packed Kane and I packed Lewandowski, which are sort of feels like the same sort of players. And he just doesn't fit my squad. But for 25,000, it's a hard card not to just try it and risk it. And well, the regular card, the 83 card, I just tried it before we recorded this podcast. And I think that card is pretty much what you expect for it. Big, will miss a couple of chances, but then again, he will hit corners, for example, because of his insane jumping and his physique. So, if I would rate it, I'd say good SBC, 7 out of 10. The player itself, sort of halfway through, you either like him or you don't, but it's not a big deal. They priced him according to his strength, I think. So I think that's definitely a very good thing to do. Something I want to talk about before we jump into the new team of the week is the evolutions that came out yesterday. And when I talk about evolution, I'm mostly talking about the Sprint Supreme EAFC 25 evolution. It basically says enhance the acceleration and sprint speed of your center back who needs a boost to redefine pace on the pitch. It has requirements of a maximum 84. It has to be a center defender, center back, which you need to have, and will upgrade acceleration and sprint speed to 70 or 2 plus 10. And that's pretty impressive, honestly, pretty cool card. And they give an example for a base card, Romero, 84 rated. His speed will go up. Maximum speed it can go up to in the general stats is 78 though. So you're not upgrading until 90 speed or something like that. But Romero, the 84 rated center back from the Spurs, has 68 base, for example. And with this evolution, you can bring that to 60 or 78, of course. What do you need to do? You need to win 3 matches in, rush, rivals, or squad battles on semi-pro. That's pretty easy. You have to play 5 matches using the player with your evolution. Pretty much doable. Second level is, it says, win 4 matches in rush, rivals, or squad battles again. And another play 5. Win 4, play 5, basically. Then it's done. So in a couple of hours, you have this pretty much done. Why would I want to highlight this evolution? Well, I'm not even an evolution fan. Basically, because it's a free evolution. You can put this on any card that fits and just go at it. And I like that. If you listen to the show more often, I'm not necessarily a terrific evolution guy. I don't like it that much. It's not something I spend my time on. I like the concept. This improves on that concept by just saying, hey, if it's there, if you want to, go for it. If your center defender's already outgrown this, that's fine. But what it did do, for example, it made players like Konate or Gomez from Liverpool even extinct. I don't know if they're extinct at the moment, but they were much popular suddenly because they fill in that gap. So it's a cool way to increase your starting squad for free while not having the top players yet. And I like this. As always, and of course, this is a tip Daniel gave on the show yesterday, along with Nathan and Shaq, of course, is wait until one of the last moments you can do these evolutions to see if you can chain evolutions into each other. For example, I know it's not the case, but can you maybe start this one, then go to the next one, the octopus one, and then go to the next one? You'll know that once they're all out. This is someone I think you should bookmark. Like it unlocks, expires in 26 days from now. I would check in 20 days if they have something that fits and you could evolution through within those 6 days. That I think is a pretty cool way of doing it. For now, if you have a player that could upgrade your starting squad, for example, you are using Gomez, or you can make him a lot faster now. So why wouldn't you do that? I like that, honestly. Um, then, of course, we have the team of the week, the second team of the week. And the second team of the week is a pretty impressive team of the week. But I have to admit that last week's team of the week wasn't that bad either. But if we look at this week, you can see some highlights. Of course, Vinicius Jr. comes in at 6 million currently. Of course, we are recording this just after the content hit, which is always a little bit of a hefty moment, of course. Prices keep up. But yeah, Vinicius Jr., Weird, Son, all there. I think one player that I really like is Bremer, but Bremer is currently also over 200,000. But he's a fast center back with CB stopper plus plus and defender plus. Um, 87 defense, 86 physique with 84 speed. Really cool to have. Is he worth it? Probably, but I would wait until buying it for a moment. But I think like these cards are just all top. Card I think is really cool is Ruben Neves. You can play him center midfielder and center defense midfielder, but he also has the holding, box to box, and deep line playmaker on the center defensive midfielder, which gives him a lot of options to play. And we also had a couple of cool Portuguese players this week as well, which you can match him with. So this could be a player to wait a couple of days and then pick up for like 20,000 or something like that. He's already 20,000, so he will only be cheaper. Ruben Diaz, of course, got a card, expensive. But if there are some cards which really stand out for me, I would say Muslera. The goalkeeper stands out for 15,000 coins. And why does it stand out for me? Quite honest, I have packed this card about 20 times this week. And at least now I'm sure I won't pack him this in packs anymore. In all seriousness, though, I don't know what he did to deserve a Team of the Week card because he wasn't that active in the match. But they performed well, so there's that. Um, are there any standout cards as well? The one I really find standout, and I use this card this week, the normal inform card, is the Olise card, or the Olise card from Bayern Munich. It's a right midfielder, a cam, and a right winger, which is pretty cool. But there's one thing which really bugs me about this card still. It bugs me about the original 82 rated card, but it bugs me about this card especially, is the fact that on the cam, he does not have any rules. So basically, you either play him outside, and if you play him as a cam, he would be doing all righties, if that makes sense. The upgrades, though, from his 82 are just decent. Most 1+1+2. Is his cool card? Definitely. He fits in, well, his friendship with Bayern Munich, so Bundesliga. Pretty cool. I wish, though, we seen some changes to those cams rules for him. Well, no Weekend League yet, so we can't really get these that easy. And if you look at the downside of the list, basically, we have a couple of guys like Lindenberg, Saike, Montero, Lirola, and Maura, which are nice cards to have in your club later on for SBCs. But I don't see anyone that stands out currently that I think would be a cheap beast. Of course, Jackson might be the exception. So Jackson from Chelsea, he is fast, 86 acceleration and 88 sprint speed. Shooting is pretty good, but the fun thing about this card is his 94 jumping. He is three star, 6'2", pretty cool card. He's not like the end all, but he will definitely work for a couple of weeks, I think. He needs a boosting, he needs a probably even a hunter. You want his finishing up as much as you can, so finisher or hunter. If you put his finisher on it, his shooting goes to 96, and if you go with a hunter, his shooting goes to 92. I think I would give a hunter him in. He's now 43,000. 43,000. I think probably a cool card to him. The best card, though, which I've used this week, was Florian Witz. He is now as well an 18-9 rated card, went from 88 to 89 already. This card is just brilliant. One of the best Shadow Strikers I've used so far in the game. I really like the 88 form, and the 89 is now 400,000, 370,000. I don't think the difference is that big. It's mostly one, so, and I don't see a difference in playstyles, for example, or anything like that. So I would not buy this card, but if you happen to pack them, definitely worth doing it. So there we have it. We have said that I think the winger, Watt, the striker Watt, Ali Watt, is definitely an SBC you should be doing. There's no harm not doing her. I think the team of the weeks looks decent. No GPs that really stand out for me, but I like the fact Muslera is not in my pack for this week. Thuram, probably a good card, probably worth doing. I'm not doing it, but I don't see it hurt if you do. But it's not a standout player, in my honest opinion. And I know it's not a player that will work for everyone. And of course, we have the evolution, the center defender evolution. I think that is an awesome addition to this game. Talking about additions, we'll be back this Thursday with a new show talking about the content, probably marquee matchups again. Maybe we can show a little bit of our Thursday rewards. And our big show is back this Friday evening with episode 625. Quickly reminding that if you like this show, leave us a like, a thumb up, a subscription on YouTube, Spotify, you name it. It is much appreciated. We couldn't do this without your support. Sharing is caring, I'd say. And if you want to keep this daily content going, we are a 8-man small team, which, well, need a lot of work to keep that going. So if you have a spare bucks to spend, go to patreon.com/FUT and get this content very early. Get the new show, The Art of Food, for included in your subscription. And of course, much, much more. That leaves me with one thing to do, and that is to wish you all a very good night and for me to drop it.
Drop it.
You.
T.
F U
T.
F F F U
T.
F U T
T.
T interview. F U